Hello everybody, back on the main series account, the Sleep Journal. Welcome back to the channel. We're collecting for the morning. Well, I already did kind of collect and do a preliminary thing, but we made breakfast, and man, the Flareon's been really useful for not filling up my bag. I don't like to sell ingredients. That might be something that's helping with my dream shards. I know they don't make that many dream shards when you sell the ingredients, but um, I just it hurts to sell them. I don't know why. It's like they could have been Snorlax strength. So anyway, yeah, I don't have too much to show off here, but I am going to review my daily sleep session. Um, we'll see what there is, and we'll see what we can catch. We should have 8 spawns finally, because we're at that point now that 8 spawns should be possible at Old Gold Power Plant, and that becomes possible right around Ultra 5. We're into like the Masters at this point. Oh, I forgot to try and guess what type it would be. So this is my balanced, apparently. Why did the other day when it was 16% dozing, I guess it gave me snoozing. So maybe my snoozing was just higher. Maybe I just had very little slumbering. Anyway, 5% dozing is balanced for me, I guess. 54% slumbering. Normally I try to to guess what my sleep type is, but I forgot to there. I probably would have guessed slumbering, but okay, so I'm expecting a lot of, well, I'm expecting a decent amount of evolved Pokemon probably, because that's not that many rarer styles for being Master 2. Oh, it looks like a Drifblim up there. We do in fact have a Quaxley, just to rub in more the fact that I used a lot of candies yesterday. Oh well. So I did make a little mistake in my last video. I did a lot of math to figure out, okay, if I put in this much candies, then like where is it gonna go after growth week to get to exactly level 60? I did the math right. The math was right, but I forgot to. Well, I didn't forget to. I didn't account for growth week, or not growth week, the good sleep event, which is happening tonight, tomorrow night, the night after. For some reason, I had it in my head that the good sleep event was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or like no, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So I thought we were already past the growth, the good sleep event. So it wasn't that I forgot about it. I just didn't include it because I was like, oh, we're past that, not knowing that it was the next day. So yeah, our Quaquables is gonna hit level 60 before the event's over, so I'm gonna have to think of something else to swap in to gain just a little bit more XP. Maybe my Charizard or something. Geodude's hungry. Hey, we've been waiting for that. I haven't really been buying too many Poke Biscuits, so we'll buy one for that. Actually, we'll buy 2 because we'll also probably want one for the Quaxley, because I do kind of. Oh, whoops. Okay, well I guess I'm buying 3 more Poke Biscuits. Never hurts. Actually, I really do want to catch the Caterpie. But I don't want to. I guess I don't need to catch the Quaxley. I was just going to do that because I wasn't really interested in anything else, and that's kind of my default, because it's like one of those things that, like, if it's good, it's good. If it's bad, you know what? It's candy for my Quaquaval is kind of always my thought, so. But if I don't actually. If there is something else in the field I'm interested in, I'll catch that first. And the thing that I'm interested in is Caterpie. Now, Butterfree, not the top of the meta, not a great Pokemon, but it is a berry finder, and I do want to have some sort of berry coverage whenever they have the last island release. So when I see a Caterpie, I like to toss a biscuit its way. Alrighty, got friendship with Caterpie. If the Quaxley was hungry, I'd consider tossing it a candy. The Wooper's kind of cool, but I don't need it. Drifblim, ugh. Alrighty then. And this puts us at friendship level 9 with the Caterpie. I believe that means next time I befriend it, it'll be level 10, which means it would have the guaranteed gold skills finally. Sending out the Quaxley candy, because it's what I would want if I was on the receiving end. Look at all those candies. We're starting to make a decent amount of Dream Shards. Roughly 1,300. Okay, Geodude. You've been long awaiting to come home to me. I only fed him because he was hungry twice. Potatoes, don't need him. Helping bonus. He's actually got okay stats. I don't need him because I already have potato farmers, but I'll star him maybe one day or something. I have a lot of golem candidates. I have a good mono soybean one. I have like 2 really good potato ones. Rash, that is the one that I messed up on the other day. I believe that's skill up, ingredients down, which doesn't really matter all that much for berry specialists. It's got helping speed, but nothing too useful for us here. So no, the potato farmer was kind of interesting, but I didn't really like that ingredient finding M was locked behind level 75, especially without the nature. That's going to be a long time of that guy's life that he's not operating with ingredient finder as a sub skill. Well, ingredient finding M. He's not that much. He's better than my current golem. Well, no, because my current golem has ingredient finding in the nature, so there's something else going for it. Because yeah, this is my current potato golem. It was one of my first ingredient finders that I invested into. Because very early game, what I did was I caught a Gengar, or I had a really good Gengar, and I caught this golem, saw it as really good as well. So I was this guy good for potatoes, the Gengar good for mushrooms. And at the time, there were nothing in the game that had mushrooms at base or potatoes at base. So these were like the options. You had to get something to level 30. I crossed that threshold and then was able to make... Let me pull it up here real quick. I was able to make this meal. Spore mushroom curry. Curries are my strongest week. This was probably one of my most made meals, just because I rode this meal for a while with my with this golem and my Gengar. But as you can see here, his stats are kind of funky. He has ingredient finding S at level 10, and then it's locked behind M at 100. So, like, But even just ingredient finding S with the ingredient of nature makes it that with that list, he produces a lot of potatoes. Because Golem has a really high base rate. So improving upon that just makes it even kind of more nuts. Let's see. The Rain on X calculator is being a little slow today. Oh. Oops. Forgot I had that still in there. Let's take that so that doesn't do that again. Okay, yeah, if I pull in this golem, here's what I'm operating with. Like, level 51, he's producing 49 potatoes a day. Like, if we look at the maximum potato count, we're looking at 18. Which, 18, that's 6 less than 60. That's 54. He's not that far off from the 18 per meal, despite not even being level 60 yet. So, Golem just is kind of insane. If I do get him to level 60 and he unlocks that final potato thing, then like 79 a day. Oh, I guess this one takes 22. So, but still, 66 a day. This guy, if he gets to level 60, he will be the he'll be able to meet that Defiant Coffee Dress Salad despite only having ingredient finding S in the sub skills. The nature plus Golem's really high natural base rate plus the rather big procs makes him shockingly good at making these potatoes. So that's why I haven't really looked for like a Masquerada or like other potato farmers. I've been blessed with like all the potato farmers the world anyone could ask for. I've shown them off before in a past video, but this is the one that I still use. Because I haven't invested in any of the potato farmers that I've caught. But, like, this guy is probably one that I could level up a little bit. I'd like to see him get higher level, because I'd like to see him at level 60. Level 60 is just so far away, though. If you know anything about how the... Basically, from whenever you catch a Pokemon at, level 51 is probably about the midpoint. Because the midpoint between level 1 and 60 is level 47. But as you know, you don't catch Pokemon at level 1, especially when you're at this point. You catch them at like level 14, 15. So level 50 is probably closer to the midpoint than the actual midpoint. So like, it's crazy to think that despite this guy is level 50, doing really well, he's probably only about halfway to level 60 from where most of the Pokemon that I catch are. So, but as you can see, October 12th, 2023, the game was released in Well, this was... I guess that was a few months in. But I did invest really heavily into him. He was one of my first level 30 Pokemon, even though he has an XP gains down nature, just because I pumped a ton of resources into him. Because I wanted those potatoes, because they were a rare resource at the time, and I wanted to make Spore Mushroom Curry, because I put him in tandem with this Gengar, my first Gengar, who is actually pretty good. The problem is he's been power crept by my other Gengar, who's just absolutely insane. This guy's good for mushrooms. He would be a long-term investment if I hadn't caught something that's just, like, better. Like, this guy is just better in, like, every way. Same ingredient list, but it's got helping bonus. It's got berry finding S. It still has that same help speed M. Sure, I guess there's nothing for ingredient finding in the sub-skill list, but it's like, With stats like this, with speed like this on a Gengar also being like a pseudo berry finder, this guy is definitely a better investment. He's been carrying me, so I'm not ashamed. Let's see, can we get any of our Pokemon to a new block step? I wonder. We probably don't have the Dream Shards to do so, but we're almost there on the Tyranitar. I guess I could... Well, the big ones there are... Okay, how many am I away? I am... That's... 175. That's 7 candies. That'd be 3 Handy Candy S. How many do I have after doing that? Okay, I have 16 left. I guess I could do that. And that would save me a little bit of Dream Shards. The Quackable is going to level up in 2 nights. In 2 nights, yeah. Interesting. Maybe I'll actually take the Quackable off the team and try to put something on that, like, needs the XP more, because, like, now that I have that, I can get him to 136 away with these candies. I could swap him off, put something on that maybe I don't need a... Man, I want him thinking here. I could run him for 1 more night. That would get him 200 XP because it is the first night of the Good Sleep event. And then it would save... I'd be able to get a little bit more out of that. Let's see, what do we have that I could run instead tonight? I'm not sure what else I really want to level. I guess, like, Entei. But Entei is, like... He's lower level, so I want to be more leveling him with candies right now. It's more the high-level stuff that really takes best advantage of that stuff. Otherwise, I could run Charizard. Charizard's good because it has Sleep XP bonus, so it helps the other Pokemon on the team. Otherwise, I wouldn't be opposed to Feraligatr or my Icy Hot Walrein. Run them to get just a little bit more XP to try and get them up another level for berry finding. I think the better play, though, is the Charizard. Just because Charizard is has that Sleep XP bonus. Otherwise, I could go for the Golem. Oh, whatever I'll do. I'll swap him off tonight if I end up swapping him off. I am going to run him during the day because those leaks are valuable. I do want the leaks. But, yeah, that's just about everything. If you have enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe. As always, I thank you for watching and hope that you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye now.